They call it the hour of the wolf. Stay with us if you dare. There's a time when the world is at its quietest, when shadows stretch long and sleep is just out of reach. It's the hour of restless souls, of whispered stories, of thoughts too much for the daylight. Welcome to Hour of the Wolf, where we dive into the stories that keep you awake. When hearts beat and the wolves prowl. The family, the community, the truths about being in a wolf pack. Stay with us if you dare. They call it the hour of the wolf.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Good evening.
It's a what do they call them? This blizzard?
I don't know, whatever the morons at the Fox News channel decide to name it.
They're naming everything nowadays.
They're naming everything, yeah.
Yeah, changing names.
I don't recognize it because I don't acknowledge Fox News. So
yeah.
No, I got like 14 fucking inches of snow though.
Yeah. We just got some nasty ice here this morning. We got probably 4 to 5 inches. But yeah, it's been a treat. Yeah, I don't mind driving the snow with just that damn ice.
I don't mind. I was in Milwaukee over the weekend for that horror fest, and we cut the trip short last night, came home late last night instead of trying to mess with that shit this morning, and that was probably the smart move. So
yeah.
How
was the horror con?
It was really good. I had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun at that. I handed out some flyers. I talked to some people. There was a handful of guests. The only thing I didn't like about it was the layout they had at the center. They had it was in like 3 or 4 conference halls instead of like one big hall, which would have made it a little more organized, I thought. But they had original Jason. Ari Lehman was there, and Naomi Grossman from American Horror Story. She played Pinhead. Who else was there? You ever see the original Sleepaway Camp?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
The twisted ending. The actress that played the very twisted ending. She was there. I won't give away the ending though.
Yeah, I like horror movies, but like my style horror movies are like the paranormal ones. You know what I mean? That's kind of like my thing. I feel like horror movies are like very like you like the slashers, you like the thrillers, you like the paranormal ones, stuff like that. Like I always got into like The Exorcist, to Emily Rose, The Exorcist, stuff like that. But I still love the Jason movies, like especially with what's his name? Like Kane Hodder. Yeah, Kane Hodder.
They had because it was Friday the 13th weekend and missed it because we left early. Today was they're trying to go for the world's largest gathering of Jasons that were going to be at Horror Fest today. So I don't know how that worked out or not, but how's everybody doing in chat? Look, we got a full house here already.
We got Don, we got Ken, Big Daddy Vic
coming in representing from Florida here tonight. All kinds of people jumping in.
We got Aces Loaded on the kick over there holding it down
Aces
for us.
Loaded. Our first trivia winner, Aces Loaded. Wonder if he's got his pin yet. You get your pin yet? We should do. Hey, well, we could do another trivia. Let's do more trivia. We can do that later when we get more people in here, though.
All right.
How was your weekend?
Good. On call this weekend, so I had to go into work a couple times. But other than that, not too bad.
Yeah. Did you get that wind coming through the other day too?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was definitely. It threw off signals at one of our water towers. It was really weird. Just a heavy wind. Everything's like connected by basically like an app, and like the water tower just wasn't, connecting because of the wind.
And Brandon. Got the opportunity to go to in Milwaukee. We went out for dinner on Friday before the event. Went into an official English style pub, so I was able to get my fish and chips. And they offered, now this is something that you're probably not going to understand, but it's an English thing. It came with your choice of your traditional coleslaw that you get here, or it came
I'm gonna blow after that selfish comment. I'm gonna blow your mind after this. So keep on going.
It came with your choice of coleslaw or mushy peas. And mushy peas was one of my mom's favorite dishes to make growing up, so I had to try their mushy peas, and they were phenomenal. They weren't quite as mushy as my mom's got. They were a little more solid, but man, they were good.
So this week I subscribed to a television thing called BritBox. It's all British TV.
Yeah. Yep.
I subscribed to that on Apple. I've been kind of binging different shows, and there's like 3 shows I really, really like just because I'm a huge fan of the actor Matt Berry, who's on What We Do in the Shadows. He plays Laszlo, and he's in a bunch of other shows. But he has 2 shows on there. One's called The Toast of London, and the other one's called what was it? Anyways, his name in the show is Rabbit. It's like a crime mystery. So I do get into the British TV. I do understand the British lingo just through the TV shows. Picking up new words like Pratt. They like call each other Pratt once in a while. I like that.
Did you watch Peaky Blinders, the series?
I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of it.
Because I see, because the series finished. They had the series finale, but then I don't know if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. The Peaky Blinders movie is coming to Netflix. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I need to. It's one of those shows like I need to. Everybody's behind in certain shows. That's like one show I really want to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
Because there's like 82 days now till the next season of House of the Dragon comes on now too.
Yeah, if you're getting into watching stuff on BritBox, give Peaky Blinders another shot. You'll enjoy it.
And I really do enjoy those type of shows. They're all these like raunchy comedies, like The Mighty Boosh and the Tales of Garth Moriarty. I can't remember what it said, but yeah, those are just raunchy comedies. Big fan of.
I think somebody's got some explaining to do there. What was this all about? You and Don?
Was I? I have to check my. Must be drunk. I wasn't drunk.
Was I?
I promise I wasn't drunk. I was giving him shit all weekend. I dropped in his DMs. I was like, dude, your holiday's coming up.
Hey. I think congratulations are in order since the last episode.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Louis was officially voted in as vice president of the Wisconsin chapter of the Renegade Beard Club on, I don't know, someday last week.
Yeah, early last week sometime.
Yep. So congratulations on that, bud.
Thank you, sir. It's definitely an honor and a privilege to serve this chapter and keep us moving forward.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited to have you. That vote of confidence from the guys in the chapter to put you in that position. And I know, I mean, you and I have a good rapport anyway, so I think we're gonna big things coming. Big things. So I'm excited. We got ourselves a good show tonight.
Yes, we do. We have a really cool guest. Forgot to ask if you want to be part of a giveaway. We can put him on the spot though for the chat.
We can absolutely put them on the spot. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We're here to make people uncomfortable.
Well, he was on for a couple minutes. He had to go to hit the head, he said, and I didn't get a chance to ask him.
All right.
Oh,
let's bring it in.
Ooh, we can make this make this interesting. Besides the pins this week, Darren's useless trivia can be tied in with Bain's blends.
We could do that.
We could do that.
We could do that.
All right. Well, we'll bring him in. Sir, welcome in.
Good evening.
The old Aaron Rodgers, hello there.
Like, what kind of hand gestures do I make? Do I do that? I don't know.
You could ask Don from Michigan. It would just be inappropriate and childish.
Okay. Well, I'm not normally one to make wild gang signs, but whatever.
So sunny Florida, you teased it right at the beginning. What do you got? What do you got there for weather today?
Well, we're finally getting some rain. They basically said that the El Nino is going to be strong this year, and we're going to get a lot of rain. So we need it. Florida's had a pretty bad drought for the last couple of years, and they're saying this is going to be a really wet summer. So bring it on. We need rain here. We need rain bad.
You a Florida native or are you a transplant?
Well, Dad was in the Marines in Vietnam, and then he became very popular with a lot of construction companies. So 72, he got out of the Marine Corps, started moving around all over the United States. By the time I was 10, I was born in 80. By the time I was 10, we had lived in 9 states, including Florida. And we finally settled in just east of Tampa in a little town called Valrico. So it goes like St. Pete, Tampa, Brandon, Valrico. And then as you travel east. So we ended up in Valrico, and I went in the Marine Corps in 99 after we had moved 20 minutes east into Tampa, or 20 minutes west into Tampa. And I've been in this area since then. So since 99, 2002-ish.
Okay. So why don't you tell us, before we get into the nuts and bolts of what you're doing over there at Bain, tell us a little bit about how you became, how Bain Blends became to be, how the brand itself, what made you want to enter the saturated beard market and I'll say skincare, because you're much more than just beard care products, but I'll let you touch on all that.
So we all know the disaster of everything that happened around COVID. I mean, couldn't get in doctors' offices. There was just all sorts of things that went along with the era of COVID. So my wife's had one main type of eczema that causes her hands to look like nasty, dried up beef jerky. And she was taking topically some steroids. Well, we couldn't get her into a doctor. So we had some friends move across the street. They're, like holistic doctors, but they made tinctures. And we started talking to them pretty extensively about how we might be able to treat her hands with, natural means. So after maybe 6 months of discussion, we really didn't get anywhere. And we went on a vacation in northern Georgia. We went into an apothecary that had hundreds of herbs on the walls. And I started talking to the owner, and I said, "Hey, my wife's got this issue." And he pointed out, 36 different herbs that can be applied topically that can treat eczema. But I didn't really know how to get them extracted. So there's a really slow method. You can stick the herbs in a jar, and time allows all these really impressive, amazing ingredients to seep into the oil. But then it takes a long time to do it. So I had to figure out a way to make it go faster, and I figured it out. I figured out how to heat extract it low, consistent, even, so that way the herbs can get infused into the oil. And like the eczema salve I make, which is probably the best thing I make great oil, but I think this is the thing that I think has helped more people than anything else. Wormwood, black walnut, neem. There's so many herbs, but these are the real powerhouses that are in it. Black raspberry oil. Figured out how to make it like a petroleum consistency, and I started putting it on my wife's hands, and she stopped having outbreaks. She stopped having all the beef jerky looking crud on her fingers. She makes custom cups, custom tumblers. So she would get another type of eczema called dihydrotic eczema, and that would be like little pustules and bubbles that would show up on her hands, and that stopped. So, and then I have a little bit of rosacea. You can actually see I got some red. That's rosacea. but mine would look like a lobster, like a cooked lobster. So the oil that I make, it's not as strong as the eczema salve, but that oil I make relaxes my skin. It helps prevent a lot of the redness. It makes my skin healthier. It makes my beard grow better. There's just so much science that goes into this stuff, but a lot of it's usually you look into it from like a chemical perspective. A lot of the stuff that you get on the marketplace today is chemical versions of natural things, right? This is all taking all the things that are in nature, infusing in oil and using that to make the product I make. So for the salve, there's a lot of additional ingredients, but the oils I have two different versions of this, but I have an herbal oil that's got 16 different herbs in it. I have 13 carriers, and all that gets infused together. And then I actually have a non-herbal version as well. But for like myself, with my chin, I get a little bit of eczema in my chin. My beard would itch so bad that I needed something to make my face stop itching. And this oil just turned out to be perfect for it. Now, I will say that there's been quite a few customers that are like, I don't want my face to smell like spaghetti. Well, I mean, rosemary does have a little bit of a smell to it, but I've had guys that didn't like it at first that kept trying it. I have many loyal customers now that love the oil. So, I'm not saying they're like exclusive to me, because there's a huge, wonderful market. Dan from Bearded Death, Jim from Small Town Traditions, Raven Beard Co. There's so many great companies out there that make so many unique products. This marketplace is incredible. But there's a lot of guys that have a lot of issues, and they have spouses or children that have skin conditions. And it's great that I can send them a product that they can put on their kids or their wife, and it helps with their skin. Obviously, you probably don't want your wife to grow a beard, but it helps with the things that are affecting us. And that was the whole reason why I started it, was I wanted it to be based off of treating the skin, and the output of that is it helps the hair grow better. And that was the mission. Subsequently, we make a great deodorant, a natural deodorant that a lot of people love. My wife had a lump removed when she was 19. A lot of breast cancer in the family. Her grandmother died from it. Her mother had a double mastectomy, and she's a cancer survivor. My wife just hit 40. And, we don't want my daughter to have to deal with it. So we make a natural deodorant that doesn't cause the lymph nodes to get clogged in that region. Because I truly believe that a lot of breast cancer is related to those lymph nodes being blocked. So when you don't have that blockage happening and you're able to detox that area, women don't have as much buildup of toxins in their breast tissue, which can cause tumors. So we make some interesting things.
So you made the comment during that, you said a lot of companies will use manufactured versions of herbal products. Is that a cost saving thing? Is that a cutting corners? Why aren't more people going into, is there a lot of work? I mean, you did say there's quite a bit of work, so I don't kind of reiterate what you said there, but is it a big cost saving for them? Are they trying to cut corners? Because I know a lot of the mass market brands you'll see that I've been through too, because I've been in this beer journey for 6-7 years now. So I started out with some of the brands that I will never go back to again, because I've learned a lot more over the course of time. But why aren't more people using this type of stuff? Is there?
Well, mainly the chemical side of it is like companies like L'Oreal and those types, Lubriderm, crap like that, right? Or even some of the mass market oils that you get at the big box stores. A lot of those still have chemicals in it, right? But when you look at the natural herbal remedies that are available, the reason why companies are using chemical versions of those is because you cannot patent a natural plant. It's one of the reasons why you see a lot of the synthesis of marijuana and things like that, because you can't patent those plants. you can't patent the goodness that comes in those plants that can be used for medicine. You just can't, right? Now, a lot of the beard oil companies are using natural oils for their beard products. I would say that the beard oil companies actually do a better job at providing healthier remedies for skin conditions than the big billion-dollar companies, because we are using natural oils. I just take it another step by infusing the herbs into the oil to make it healthier, right? But you can't patent an herb. You can't patent something that comes out of the ground. Now, if you synthesize it, you can patent it.
You change the composition of it, so then you can put your name on it or your tag on it. Okay.
Remember what DuPont said? Better living through chemistry. It's crap, by the way, because it's not better living. But it's really important to take what the mass market is telling us is good, and we need to flip it over to making stuff again. Sticking some herbs in a jar and using it for medicine has been going on for thousands of years, and we've gotten away from that. And there's two other companies, I cannot remember them off. I think one of them is Bunker Hill, but there's two companies now that I'm starting to see infuse stuff. I think Raven is infusing some stuff. I saw my buddy Mike, who is out in Arizona, who had a beard oil company. He closed it, but he was starting to infuse. So you're starting to get those ideas starting to hit the marketplace because it makes a healthier oil. And the herbs make the oils last longer. Some of those herbs have natural antioxidant properties that makes the oils prevent them from degrading and spoiling faster. So, yeah, there's a lot of really cool things that can be done with it.
It's funny because when you and I started talking, I mean, I knew the rudimentary basics of beard care products. I knew what I liked. I knew what I wanted to try and avoid and stuff like that. But I didn't know the nuts and bolts that go behind it. You since through our discussions, you really opened my eyes. And one of the things that I want to touch on right away, because this is what I ordered from you immediately, was the castor oil that you use and the reasoning for the castor oil, because that's just beautiful, isn't it? But explain to the people listening what, because you have, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on your site you can get it with, I think you call it the gray beard mix, or something along those lines. Explain to people what the castor oil does and what this gray beard thing is all about, if you would.
Yeah. So when you start losing your melanin in your beard and it starts getting gray, the composition of your hair changes, and castor oil is a larger fat molecule, and gray beards love castor oil for some reason. I don't know all the science behind it. I'm not going to BS you and say that I know all the science behind it. But I do know that the castor oil absorbs better into gray beards, specifically because your gray beards no longer have the melanin in it. And the heavier oils do better in lighter beards. Now, if you're a Santa, you don't want to stain your beard. So usually lighter oils are good, like color-wise, right? But the heavier fat molecules work better in lighter or grayer beards. I don't know about ostrich or emu. Those are just fat molecules. They actually may be too big to get into the beard anyway. But, again, it's something I'm not going to mess with, and specifically won't mess with it because I want to have my salve, whatever, available to the most people possible. And if I start putting beard oil and stuff, bird fats, it's going to start changing it, and people won't be able to get the salve as readily if they're vegans or vegetarians, right? So,
okay.
But yeah, that's it. So in my mix, you can get herbal or non-herbal, and then if you want to get the gray beard formula, we add more castor to the mix. So when you get your bottle's going to have about 25% will be castor oil. So it's still going to have the herbal or non-herbal mix, but it's going to have more castor.
And I love it. It's the first time I've tried it. It's been probably about a month now that I've been using your product as well, in addition to what I added it to my permanent rotation now. I love the castor oil in it. I honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I can honestly feel a difference over the course of the first, especially the first 4 or 5 hours of the day. I can feel a difference with the oil in there, and I've changed my beard routine up a little bit because of it, and it is definitely a game changer for me. I'm excited. I was really excited to learn that and to move forward with that. So,
yeah, Big Daddy Vic said it right. Castor helps gray hair since it is often drier. Castor oil serves as a thick, moisturizing sealant for hair and skin. There you go. That's it. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, and someone had mentioned the deos in the chat. You know, Dan and I worked. Dan from Beer to Death and I have worked, very closely over the last couple of years. There was a time when I was at my wit's end with my website and with a whole bunch of other stuff. And like when the hurricane was coming through Florida in October of 24, like I met Dan. I talked to him a little bit while I was up in Pennsylvania. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but we talked a little bit on the phone, and he helped work me through some of the issues I've had. And I've tried to help him in return. I've helped him with his beer, with his deodorant. And I'm hoping I gave him all my secrets for how I make deodorant. So he should be making his own deodorant very soon. But Dan's an awesome guy. And I can't tell you enough about what a good man he is. And I don't think anybody should be fooled. He's a big teddy bear. And I hope people understand that about him. So
absolutely is.
Yeah,
absolutely is. We love Dan here.
We're just getting roasted on the kick, by the way. Well, I'm getting roasted. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
nobody roasts me because everybody loves me.
Yeah.
Everybody loves me.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the emu oil in beard products because I tried. Yeah, see, look, they're not gonna look at this. Look at these jokers. I tried a company. I can't remember the name of them. It doesn't not really important. With a Conor McGregor collaboration thing, and the first ingredient in there was emu oil, and the second ingredient in there was ostrich oil. It smelled really good, but it just did not agree with my beard that well. Like it just, I don't know how to describe it, but it just made my beard feel heavy.
Well, those are two of the 25 major fats that you can get in an oil. Those are two of the largest fat molecules that you can find.
Yeah, it felt like heavy, but like it wasn't moisturizing either. You know what I mean? Like it was really weird.
Yeah,
but again, it smelled fucking awesome. I love that. I think it was Notorious. It was called. Unfortunately, I had a match with Dan from Michigan. Something that smells that good has that name. It smelled phenomenal, but it was,
they because they're so big, the fat molecules are so big, they don't typically seep into your hair. So,
go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, like, you have one spectrum, so squalane, which is a derivative of, you can get it from shark liver, you can get it from sugarcane, or you can get it from olive oil, right? So squalane is one of the smallest. There's actually hemisqualane, which is the smallest. So when you extract the oil and you break it down, you get squalene, and then you hydrogenate it, it becomes squalane. Squalene will rot very quickly. Squalane is hydrogenated, and it'll last for years. So I have olive oil squalane as one of my oils in my line. And I do that because it's a very small molecule, and it gets into your beard and it absorbs into your hair. And then I have a lot of other smaller to mid-size fats like pumpkin seed oil and a few others that are a little bit heavier, but they're still in the medium range. And then the heaviest oil I use is the castor. And in a normal blend, castor is only about maybe a 15th of the blend. And then with, the gray beard, it's an additional, it's darn near 25% of the blend.
Question in the chat for you.
Yeah.
What would y'all recommend in the fiberglass line of work to use in my beard?
Well, I mean, I would absolutely say that you need to clean your beard every day. I mean, you don't want any of those fiberglass fibers to rest in your fur. You don't want that. I would say that you're going to kind of be it's kind of a catch-22 regardless, because you're going to be working with those fibers. They're going to be flying everywhere all the time. I would recommend a really good mild soap, as mild as you can get, so you can clean your beard every single day. But a really good beard oil, proper care of it in the morning, warm water, warm soap and warm water, rinse it, get it mostly dry, and with a little bit of water left in your beard, it's damp. You put the oil in, you brush it in, and that should be your routine. You don't want to have anything too sticky. You don't want balms in your beard, because then stuff's going to be sticking to your beard more. You probably want a mid-weight, so light to medium light beard oil. But you want to, he cleans it every day, so that's great. But a light to light medium beard oil, and just make sure you're diligent about cleaning your beard. And that's it. If you do that every day, you should be fine. But you got to make sure you have a mild soap.
Would that be like the same thing then with like concrete? People who work at concrete?
That's what I was going to say. This kind of follows the trades with wood dust and concrete and stuff like that. Anything that's going to, smaller particles that are going to fill the air and get caught in your beard. I think these are.
Yes. Yeah. And I must state this, you got to have a mild soap. Most of your shampoos, most of the things that are on the market are not mild. They're going to strip your beard out too much. And then you're going to have to do a lot of work to get your moisture back into your skin and back into your beard. Too much will screw your beard up, and you'll overstrip it, and it'll be a problem.
You have any recommendations?
We make, and we're gonna try to make more of it, but we have a local guy that raises pigs. It's a lard soap. Uses all the herbs that I use for my infusion. And I know we were talking about it being vegetarian earlier. We're using lard for a reason. But local guy that raises his own pigs. He uses all the herbs from my avocado oil. We add castor oil into it, and it cures for 3 months in his barn. And what comes out is a very hard soap that is mild in a sense that you could use it every single day. You're going to get sudsing on your beard. You're not going to get it on your skin, but you're going to get it on your beard. And you want to stick in the range of like 5.5 to 7 on the pH. And you could find a lot of you can find a lot of soaps out there that are mild that you can get on the marketplace. I haven't put the soaps on because I just don't know how to market it yet. And I want to be able to make more. We only have like 30 bars. I want to have 300 bars available. And I don't want to charge too much, but we're going to get to the point where we're going to have to start buying lard from other farmers locally to be able to render it, to make it. But lard and tallow are fantastic for making soap. But the trick is that we let it cure for 3 months. And like, because of the eczema in my beard, I have to wash my face carefully, but I can use that daily and it doesn't strip my beard out too much.
I just rewatched Fight Club yesterday, and we could Tyler Durden makes all of his soap off of the rendered, from the liposuction and stuff like that. So if we could get a line in there somewhere and start using some human byproducts, I mean, I think there's an untapped market here that, Louis, I think we should start some type of a soap company if we could find a plastic surgeon around the area that might.
Are you like insinuating that we're going to use the fat off my body, prick?
I did not say that. I was saying we need to find. No, I was saying you're burning that fat off the natural way.
Yeah. in the gym.
I was saying we need to get ourselves a plastic surgeon that under the table wants to make a couple of bucks here and there, and then we can start rendering our own fat, and we'll make some. We'll make some soap.
Buy more beef.
Sounds amazing. Let's do it. I'll start with my own ass first. Is that cool?
I'll start with my own ass. I think we could even market it that way. If we get the proper people to donate some of their body fat, we could even have some naming rights to the bars.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. That would be kind of funny. We could just call it Bain Blends Lard Ass is what we would call it.
Yeah. Or
what is Bearded Death in here causing problems? What is he doing? Oh, people are just doing hashtag Bearded Death. Got it.
Or we could do like Bain Blends, like the Dahmer edition.
Man.
We're in Wisconsin. We can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Put different state twists on there. You could do like, Bain's Blends, like bath salts edition here in Florida.
Oh, dude, I just watched a documentary the other day about that dude that was on bath salts under the overpass. Dude, brutal, brother.
I was in high school when that fucking happened. That's been a long time.
You're a young pup.
Yeah. Strapping young lad.
Mainly though, if you want to like segue into the oils themselves, like we don't overscent things. I don't believe that the scent should be the thing that carries our product line. We do make really good scents. We have foodie, we have tobacco, we have bourbons, we have all sorts. Why is hashtag Bearded Death trending? What is going on?
Because we have what's our giveaway.
That's our giveaway.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I missed it.
That's all right. It's all right, Chad. He's a first timer. Let us slide.
Gotcha. Sorry about that.
These guys are roasting me the whole time. Unreal.
No, but I would like to do a giveaway though by the end of the show. I would love to do that. I think I've got a code for RBC as well. I think there's a 20% code that I would like to make sure that we have propagated to everybody too.
There is. I'll find it.
But to the scent, I don't believe should be all in your face. I mean, I really think that we should have, we should be more focused on getting the scent away from our noses. We got way too much like right here under our noses. But we try not to overwhelm people with fragrance. You're going to get anywhere from maybe 6 to 7 hours of decent scent from our stuff. But to go any more than that is just potentially dangerous. Now, we do have stuff that lasts longer, and we have some that don't last as long. Like we had the Florida Man games recently where that was crazy, by the way. Imagine games where people are running from the police as part of the competitions. Okay. Where you taser people as part of a competition to see, or cattle prod people. That was part of the games. And I got to meet two of the guys. I got to meet Farva and McIntyre from Super Troopers at the event. It was freaking awesome, dude. But we did Florida Man.
Okay.
And it was a hit. I couldn't believe how many people bought it. We brought 20 bottles. We sold 12. And we sold a bunch of other stuff, but this thing has beer, hops, vetiver, whiskey, charred cedar, driftwood, and sweet orange. And it was a banger. It hit so many people right in the field, dude. It was like the best Florida scent I think we've ever done. Huh. And it's going to end up being on the website as of tomorrow. I'm finally going to put it up on the website. But it was such a great time, man. And we had so many people out there. There was women running around in, string bikinis and dudes walking around in banana hammocks. It was about 1,500 people in a small racetrack. It was so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again.
You have a
Sounds like right up my alley, the banana.
right? It does. Yeah. Please don't, Louis. Not yet. Not yet. Wait till the wedding at least.
After we
So
start making our soap, I can do it though.
When I placed my order with you, I got an order for your sample bottles as well, in addition to a couple other products, some shampoo and everything. And I had picked out whatever it was, 5 or 6 flavors plus the 2 bottles I owned. And you made the comment afterwards that you always get a kick out of seeing when somebody puts in their cart what group of scent profiles they will choose. Because it sometimes you're surprised that they'll mix this one with this one and that and that and that. That Father of Steel, I have to go back. That was one of my sample ones. I have to go back and get a full bottle of that because I absolutely love that.
Yeah, and there's a fundraiser for that one too.
Okay, I absolutely have to go back and get that one. I absolutely loved the sample of that. The other sample I got that I really enjoyed, and I'm a big citrus guy, was the key lime. That one was phenomenal too. They're all good scents, but those two, the Father of Steel, like you made the comment before, about 6 hours, or some are a little bit less, some are a little bit more. That Father of Steel, for some reason, stuck with me all day. It is every time I think I got 3 uses out of that little sample. All 3 times stuck with me at least a good 10, 11 hours. So
it didn't blast your nose out, right? But it was consistent.
Not at all. Not at all. No, not at all. So
getting some questions I probably should look into. Hops and bratwurst. That's interesting. Ace is loaded. We can definitely ship to Canada. If you want to look into it, you're going to have to reach out to me separately so we can try to figure out shipping. Shipping is a freaking disaster right now anywhere outside of the United States. It can be super cheap depending on how it gets shipped, or it could cost me, you or me, one of us will end up spending $80 somewhere. It's a disaster.
All the shit he's been giving me, you tariff him, then you tariff him again.
Wow. So let's see. Meat soap bar. That's interesting. We have bacon. We could do a bacon one. Let's see. Earthy smell. So it depends on what you mean by earthy. We've got, things like lumberjack, which is a whole bunch of different types of woods, like cedar, sandalwood, and a few others.
Dopus and Jägermeister.
We have a lot of stuff that we can make. We've got 60. We have in and around 60 different fragrances that we've done, like made a complete fragrance out of. We've got about 40 on the website. And we have the ability to we probably can make 600 different scents based off of all the different fragrances and essential oils we have. So hit me up, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and send me a message and we'll try to work something out. I love making stuff. And if it's something go ahead.
If you guys have not been to his website yet, it's bainblends.com. Is it correct?
You want to put it on the chat?
It is one of the most complete websites you will ever see for beard products, period. The descriptions and everything that are on there are phenomenal. If nothing else, go take a look at this website tonight and just to read through some of the stuff that's on there. There's so much on that, so much information on this website.
Yeah, we have the carriers right there and like what all the carriers are and what's in it. Yeah, right below that. Yeah. And this, this describes to you what's in, what each oil is, and why we include it.
Yep.
I wanted to make sure that all those things were front and center. So people got to it and they could see it and they could understand what they were looking at, why we do what we do, why we do it. And just to try to get a feel for what they're going to get when they get a bottle from us. Right now, even though Meadow Foam is in the middle, Meadow Foam is one of the higher oils that we have in our blend. And the non-avocado infused version, when I make a 5-gallon mix, I put a gallon of meadow foam in it, and meadow foam is high in vitamin C or high in vitamin E, excuse me. Very antioxidant driven. You're not going to have oils spoil, but it is a phenomenal oil for your skin and for your beard. And so we're very meadow foam is centric to our blend. I actually need to fix that. But jojoba, argan castor, the olive oil, squalane. I think I need to fix that. I think that's wrong. Sweet almond, hemp seed, apricot kernel oil, black seed, rosehip, pumpkin seed. They're all great for your skin and for your beard. So patchouli is an essential oil. We can put it in after the fact.
So is Bain Blends, is this full time for you, or is this still a side project for you? Are you employed full time, or do you do Bain Blends? Because there's a lot going on here. You've got a lot on this website. You've got a lot of knowledge behind all of your products. Is this a sidelight? Is this something you want to make full time? What exactly?
I would like to see my kids really take the reins of this eventually. For us, it wasn't going to be ever a full-time gig for me. I work for the Department of Veterans Affairs. That's my normal job. I make sure veterans are properly paid or properly notified when their decision has come down. That's my job. So I wish I could be part of the decision process, but I don't. There's problems there. But I would like for this to be full-time, but I want my kids to sort of take the reins. So my wife during the day, she handles sending shipments out. My 17-year-old helps with that. We try to make sure that we get orders out as quickly as we can, but sometimes like if an order comes in on a Thursday or a Friday, we typically don't get them sent till Monday. Unless there's a rush, priority processing requested, then we'll get it sent. But no, it is full-time in the sense I'm doing this 40 to 50 hours a week.
Yeah.
So my work week's about 80 to 90 hours between my full-time job and Bain Blends. But you know what? A lot of my time is taken up talking to people, talking to customers. I've talked to hundreds and hundreds of people since I started doing this 2 years ago. But mainly I've been talking to a lot of people since February of last year when I started getting noticed on the national scene, thanks to Dan. For me, it was, yes, I would like it to be full-time, but could I give up my benefits and the stuff I get from the VA? I don't think so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I like doing what I'm doing. As a Marine Corps veteran myself, the fact that I get to serve veterans every day is very gratifying. So,
veteran-owned business, and you do have a veterans discount as well, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. Well, there's a permanent 30% through GovX. So if you go through GovX and get verified through them, you are going to get a 30% discount full-time. You just need to go get verified every time, and you'll get a new code, and that will be a 30% discount every single purchase you make. I will never remove that. Also, if you could scroll up real quick, if you look at where it says herbal 1 ounce oil, non-herbal, whatever, those are your different selections. So if you wanted to get right below it, so where it says, where it's highlighted, that's where you can choose the different things that you can get through that product. So, and we also can make colognes and stuff out of a lot of these. And we don't do butters for every one of them, but if you came to me and said, hey, I'm going to buy an unscented butter, but could you put this fragrance in it? I could absolutely do it.
Fill that card up, sir. Fill that card up.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for your service, Con Jr. That's awesome, man. Michigan and Wisconsin called Renegade Neighbors. Oh, that's great. That's a great idea, Matt.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and there's tons of codes out there just on a normal basis. I'm not shy about offering discounts. And to be fair, like the oil that I make, I would be justified in charging $30 an ounce. I don't charge it for a reason. I want this to be affordable, but I want these guys to get this oil. And if their wife or their spouse, their significant other comes to them and said, hey, my skin is dry, they could comfortably hand them that bottle and be able to put a little bit on their skin if they're having some issues, and it would help them. Obviously, you probably don't want your spouse to smell like a lumberjack, right? But you at least would have the option to hand that oil off to them, and it would help them, right? Because that's more of a mission than anything else. And switch to a better deodorant, guys. I implore you. The deodorants and the antiperspirants that are on the market today are poison. They are poison. You got to switch to a better one. And if you've never used one before, you may go through a phase where you smell like you smell bad. Like you smell like a rat.
Smell like a goddamn sewer plant. Yeah.
Smell
What was
like
that?
what? You cut out.
Smell like a goddamn sewer plant, chat. That's me.
There you go. But if you go and you switch to a natural deodorant, you may detox. You may smell worse for a few days or even a few weeks, depending on how long your body's been accumulating toxins. But you switch to a natural deodorant, and my deodorant works. I've had a lot of people that have loved my deodorant, and we've got 2 different versions now. You can get one with baking soda and without baking soda. So if you're sensitive to baking soda, we have a version for you. But the trick is getting your body to detox.
Okay.
Once your body detoxes, you will more than likely have great success with the natural deodorant that doesn't clog your pores, doesn't destroy your or clog up your lymph nodes.
Damn it! You sold me on the deodorant now too. Bad enough.
Yeah.
I gotta bought your shampoo and your eczema cream already. Now I gotta buy your deodorant too. Son of a bitch.
Oh, there we go. Hard questions right here. Is
Beard
Bain
Brawl.
Blends going to be at the Beard Brawl?
I'm not going to be there, but I am donating products towards it. I'm going to hopefully be in Gatlinburg, as well as Buckeye Beard Battle. And there's going to be a competition in North Georgia as well that I will be at in September.
I can make a promise right now that none of those will be as fun as ours.
I know. But I'm in Florida, brother. I wish it was easy for me to get up there. But Buckeye Beard Battle was a disaster to get up there and a nightmare logistically in and of itself.
Oh, we'll tell you what. Right around the same weekend of 2027, we'll be having Beard Brawl 2.
Okay.
So we can leave that calendar open then.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, if I can sponsor and send up a bunch of products to sponsor and come and show up and be able to demo some stuff while I'm there, pass out business cards and some get some guys to get some referrals or some discount codes, and I come home to a bunch of orders, that would be fantastic. But I just want to come and hang out, man. Like, I'm going to Buckeye Beard Battle just to hang out. But at the event in North Georgia, I'll be vending to that one for sure.
All right, so I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit.
All right.
Because I just have to. Politics, no politics, doesn't really matter. I don't care. I just have to hear it, and I know hopefully you're okay doing it, because I caught you on the Bearded Death's stream the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and you did the impression, and I couldn't stop laughing. So you just got to give us a little bit, if you're okay with it. You just got to give us just a little bit. Sell us some product as the president. I'm sorry I put you on the spot. If you're
okay. So I'm gonna use the oil that I did. I was not expecting this from you, DQ. I was not expecting it.
I didn't even know about this. This is fantastic. I'm excited.
This is the collab oil that I did with Dan called S'mores Code. I got permission from another beard club to use their logo. All right. So here we got this great.
Oh fuck, that's good.
We got this great oil. It's called S'mores Code. It's the greatest oil you'll ever put in your beard. It smells like a drunk man who ate a s'more and fell in a fire. It's the greatest. I mean, it's the greatest. Huge. It's the greatest oil you'll ever put in your beard. It smells phenomenal, and we try to make the best. It is the best, except for Dan. Dan, he's the greatest. Dan is the greatest. There you go. That's it. Hey, this is a good one. You should try it.
Oh God, that is good. Good for you. Congratulations.
All right. You're welcome, DQ.
I apologize. I absolutely had to, though. I was laughing my ass off on Dan's stream on TikTok that night.
Yeah.
I said I made myself a note. I said, I said, don't let anybody else know you're going to do it, but spring it on them during the show and see what happens. So
that's you know what's funny? Someone asked me like in a group that I'm in was like, hey, try to do the Trump impression. I'm like, I don't know, man. And then I messaged him at the very beginning of this. I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to do that. I don't know if it'll be right. And I don't know. Thanks for bringing that up, dude. I appreciate it. All right.
So we got a couple of, let's do some giveaways here. You guys want to do some giveaways?
Sure.
Which one you do first?
So Jacob, you said you're going to throw something on the table?
I will.
How do you want to do it? You got anything in mind, or do you want to use our useless trivia tonight? How would you like to?
Useless trivia works. That works for me. Whatever you want to do.
Useless trivia.
Whatever works for you, man.
We got 16 people in the room. We could do some useless trivia if you'd like, Louis. I got a question ready. So
here we go.
And a beard oil of choice.
Beard oil of choice from Bain Blends. Darren's useless trivia. All right, everybody. What is actor Michael J. Fox's middle name? First person that comes in with the answer gets it. The first person we see. Michael J. Fox's middle name. John, incorrect. James, incorrect. Jeremy, nope. Nope. No, Jeff. Andrew, are you kidding me? He gets it again?
You fucking Googled it. I know he did. Bastard.
Gets it again.
What is his name? Is it Jared?
Andrew. Andrew is his middle name. It's nothing to do with the J.
Interesting.
All right, Aces, you've won already. So this is our. Oh no, this is a Bain's Blend thing. But this technically we were going to do this as a pay it forward because you had won trivia already. But that was with the pin. So this is Canada.
No, that's Matt. He's not in Canada.
Nope. Aces Loaded is a Canadian. He's a.
Aces Loaded was two. Aces Loaded was two before him. At least on
gotcha.
the screen I see.
I gotcha. Okay. The chat's not the same from what I can see. Apparently.
Is it? Yeah, that's the. And Louis, are you seeing Andrew first too, or Aces Loaded?
I'm seeing Aces. I haven't seen Aces Loaded first.
Okay.
But we also got the master chat on here too. I can.
Yeah. So from what I saw was Matlock Reviews got it first, but I'm not seeing something.
I wish I could scroll up.
Oh, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the YouTube chat. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm gonna shut up now.
Because he's coming in from Kick. So there we go.
Yeah, my bad. Matt, you just reach out to me, Matt. You know I love you, brother. I got you. That's cool. I need to get on all the chats you guys have, apparently.
He's a Canadian treasure, Michael J. Fox is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Probably the only treasure.
He his stage, he made his stage name Michael J. Fox because apparently there was already a Michael Fox in the Actors Guild or whatever it was. So he wanted to defy himself a little bit different. So he added the J to it.
He wanted to shake some things up.
Shake some things up. Crazy Canadians. Can't win at
Crazy
hockey,
Canadians.
but they can make up. They can.
That's right. They suck at the hockey. They're not good at it. No good hockey.
Even today, they lost again.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I actually played ice hockey competitively and had opportunity, but didn't have the drive to do it. So I didn't want to leave home, and then I left home to go in the Marines. Oops.
All right, Aces came back in and said, "Go ahead and give it to the runner-up. It's only fair."
And that would have been
which would have been Matt.
Aces, you're a good guy, man.
That's very stand-up.
the Matlock reviews.
Yeah, guys, when we do the trivia, we're forced to look at Kick, YouTube, Facebook. So ours all come up the same. We're kind of understand it's not a perfect system, but that's the way we have to run that one. So is what it is. But congratulations, Matt, and thank you, bud, for passing that along. That is a very Canadians are so damn nice. It's unbelievable.
Well, we also got our.
Oh yeah, we have some Bearded Death stuff to give away too, because as he pays the bills. we just show up and look pretty. Give him a couple more minutes, Louis. Get back in there with the hashtag Bearded Death. And do not forget to get over to Bearded Death and get yourself some 1848, which one more announcement from Bearded Death. I forgot to reach out to Dan today and get everything, but I do know that he did do another collaboration with the Michigan chapter of the Renegades. It is cherry, bourbon, cherry whiskey, and something else. What is it? Somebody. I thought there was 3 sections to it.
Yeah.
And it's called Cherry. Don, are you still here? Come on, save me.
He's in there. He's just a baboon. I'll get it to you. It's
Sweet
called.
Oh, there it is. Cherry whiskey and sweet tobacco. What's the name of it, Don?
It's Drunken Cherries.
Drunken Cherries over there at Bearded Death. I mean, it's no 1848, but it is really close. It is a very close second.
You want to know something funny? 2 of his favorite oils are from me: smoked cherry and man cave. Oh yeah. I got to brag about that one a little bit.
You got to hold something over his head. How we doing, Loie? We got enough people in the...
We got, as of right now, we got 19.
All right, run it.
All right. The bongos. God damn, every fucking time he wins.
That guy is he's got a horseshoe up his ass.
Us too.
That would be really painful.
He's won, I think, not just the Bearded Death, but he won the only Hour of the Wolf, original Hour of the Wolf t-shirt. Yeah. That's
and by the way, guys, you want to throw it in the chat.
Oh,
RBC 20 is a permanent Renegade Beard Club discount. If someone doesn't qualify for GovX, RBC 20 will always work. Sorry to interrupt you with the...
Nope, you're good.
Yeah.
Chris wants to pay his winnings forward. What do you want to do, Louie? How you want to run it?
We'll draw it again.
Draw it again? All right,
Yep.
Do that.
Time to play the game.
Trump countdown, he said, though.
We get Donald Trump countdown.
We need a Donald Trump countdown. That's his requirement for a pay it forward. You hear us, Jacob?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I was just
Chris requested a Trump countdown in order to pay it forward. So give us a countdown and we'll spin again if you would.
all right. What are we doing? From 5 or 10? Let's do 10.
We'll do 10 then.
All right, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and just like America, 1. I'm glad you guys have a sense of humor. I don't care.
Kenny!
Hey!
There you go, Ken. Congratulations, Ken.
That's awesome.
Harry Bastard still in here?
I don't know. He might have popped out, but we'll let him know. We know where he lives.
I don't care if you like him or love him. It's one of the best voices to make an impression of because it's so funny. Every time I hear him.
What has it always been about presidential voices? You go back on Saturday Night Live through the years when they used to do Dana Carvey used to do George Bush.
Oh, he was so good at that too.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. I can't do it. I used to be able to do it. I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to do a decent Obama. I haven't heard his voice enough over the last several years to be able to do it. I used to be able to do a really good Biden. It was basically this. That's about all I had. But it's he was funny too. My 9-year-old will just walk up to his older brother and start sniffing his ear. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, I'm doing an impression of the president. That's all he would say. He was like 5 or 6 at the time, but that was his impression of the president. He'd walk up and smell his ear.
Adam Ray does a really good Joe Biden. It's hilarious.
It was funny.
Kill Tony. Yeah, Kill Tony has Shane Gillis does Trump, and then Adam Ray does the Joe Biden.
Yes, dude. I just wish comedy could be funny again. Like I want comedy to offend people, and I want people to laugh at being offended. That's what I want. I miss comedy like that.
No.
So there's a group of guys who tour in Canada. They're called Danger Cats.
Uh-huh.
And in my last podcast, I had Uncle Hack on the show. He's a really funny guy. Right. And they get protested in Canada.
Really?
Like they don't want to play in their clubs. They don't want So he posted a video. It was like they had a show the night of a snowstorm and nobody showed up. So he went outside in a mask and dressed, very preppy and hippie like, and he protested his own show.
Yeah.
And some lady who was organizing this whole event to go protest Danger Cats is like, this person deserves a reward for going out there and protesting in our place and blah blah blah. The whole time it was Uncle Hack. So he posted. So he took the screenshot TikTok, and he did this long live video. And he goes, "I'm so happy I'm your hero." Oh, it's so funny.
That's awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well, that pushes us up to or past the end of the show. Jacob, it's been a blast. Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. I know I'm long-winded, but
not at all.
I nerd out on a lot of this stuff, and I just want guys to start thinking more about what they're putting on their face, and because it impacts people around you, it impacts your own health, and we offer other products that are really good for you, So, and we want to expand on that. We want people to get excited about being able to put healthy stuff on their faces. And that's not to dog anybody else. I think there's utility in everybody's way they do things, but I think there are some that are better than others, and we're trying to be better. We're trying not to do status quo stuff. We're trying to be better.
Put the information and the knowledge out there and let people make their choices how they want to do and whatever they want to do. Yeah. I know since you and I have begun speaking, I know I've rethought of a lot of the way I treat my beard for one thing, and a lot of the way I treat my skincare routine has been, I've had dry skin and bad skin since I was a kid. So
right.
that I've always been gung ho on, but I have changed my beard care routine a little bit since you and I have begun speaking. And it's like I told somebody, a friend of mine over the weekend, I said, I'm noticing a little bit of a difference in the way everything seems to handle and the day-to-day wear and tear on my beard. So it's definitely making a difference.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm glad to have been able to help, even if it's a little bit. I'm glad to be able to help, because long term it'll be a benefit. When you're 20 years further down the road and your beard still looks good, hopefully we're here 20 years from now.
20 years. You have no idea how old I am, do you?
Yeah, you're at least 37.
At least I'm 30. Yeah, 38. Nice job.
There you go.
Pretty close.
Yeah, you are a wealth of knowledge. I learned a lot, so thank you very much for the education.
Anybody wants to talk, I'm on Discord for Renegade Beard Club, member of the Florida chapter, and I'm on all the socials under Bain Blends. We have a chat, a group on Facebook, Bain Blends Brotherhood. Obviously the Bain Blends page, and if you want to friend me under Jacob Bain, it's a picture of me and my dog that we put down July 4th. That was the day before we put him down. That picture of him and I. I probably won't leave for a while, but send me a friend request. You have questions, or you want to talk shop, or you want to talk about men's mental health. Like, I'm available. That's what the community's for.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on. Thank you very much, and thank you for everything you shared tonight, and being a part of being a part of the Hour of the Wolf. It was fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've had a great time.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.
That was fun.
That was fun. Learned a lot. I am going to have to buy some more oils. I just bought a local Wisconsin company I bought some butter from this past week.
Did you?
Yeah, that Fox. I'm trying to get them to the beard brawl, so I tried to sweeten the deal with some of my money.
Sweeten the deal a little bit.
Yeah, so I got some beard butter from him. Yeah, I'll have to try out some Bain's blends.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on there and get some deodorant now.
I'm perusing through some of the scents, and they all hit home.
There's a lot.
I
got the sample pack, and there's there's not a single one in there I don't like. But I really like that maybe I screwed up the name, but I think it's called Father of Steel, but that thing was Father Steel or something, but that thing was that is amazing. I love that.
I will say that I don't want to sit here and hype train, but I did try the liquid beard butter from Bearded Death.
Oh yeah? And
I fucking love it. It is so good.
Do you?
Oh,
now, see, I've only used one liquid butter, and that was from that Blessed Ministry one that Brandon was a part of. I can't remember. Ever Blessed, I think it was called. That's the only liquid butter I've ever tried.
Oh, I'm telling you what, that I got the number 5, and that smells so good, and it just goes in really good. And I prefer the butter because it moisturizes my skin, I think, a little bit better. But yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy it. So Dan, shout out to that one. That number 5 liquid beard butter is awesome. And I've been going hard still with the 1848. It's
1848. Guys, get out there and buy some more 1848. So Dan makes it part of his permanent thing, and then you can have 1848 for the rest of your life if you
go buy every single bottle he has. That way we can
every single bottle. Beer. You know what? If you buy enough, rumors are if you buy enough of it, he may make it into a butter or a shampoo or something down the road. Who knows? We will only know if we sell the shit out of it. So use our code Hour of the Wolf 15 and get yourself 15% off at Bearded Death, and get yourself some 1848. And if you're there anyways, buy some Drunken Cherry, whatever.
And yeah, well, we'll be back here next week.
Yes, we are back next week. We are not going 2 weeks.
Yeah, next week we're back with Vince Killian. He's going to be one of our guest investigators at the Broadhead Beard Brawl.
Yep.
And he also has his own show launching on Beacon TV. He is the urban explorer or urban investigator. He goes out and he does a lot of stuff too with abandoned houses. He calls it abandonment issues, with abandoned buildings and stuff like that. He's trying to help out. He just posted a bunch of stuff too about Waverly Hills, and there's a lot of of the cool haunted places that are starting to be condemned out and you can't go in there anymore. So he's been a big advocate for taking care of the buildings and all that.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
See
so
you a
next,
week from tonight.
yeah, week from tonight.
Week from tonight. Thank you for coming in, everybody. It was a great show. Thank you again to Jacob from Bain Blends, and see you guys next week.